right here will walk you through it.
Uh-huh.
You'll be able to hear everything. And you just talk back to the camera.
Cool,
All right?
cool.
Hey, Tony, welcome. Thanks for
How you
joining us
doing?
today. Doing well, thank you. For the group, if you have a question, please use the raised hand function. Our first question today comes from Dina King. Go ahead, Dina.
Hey, Tony, just want to your thoughts on the big transition coming in from high school, your first year at the college level, and how big of a difference it was in the competition and the training.
It's a huge difference. It's nothing like high school. You got to come in here. You got to get your head right real quick. Because everyone is competing for a spot. Everybody trying to get on the field. So it's competition, competitive. We all competing. We all working. So I had to get my mindset right on track and get ready to work. Plus, I came here as soon as when camp started. So I ain't have no spring. I ain't have no good off, like no real off season. So I got in here. I got in the playbook. My coaches helped me out tremendously. I had the OGs in the corners room help me out, and then I got to work.
Thank you.
Okay, CL Brown, go ahead.
Hey, Tony. CL Brown with the Raleigh News and Observer, since we've never actually met before, but I was curious, what kind of went into your decision given, did the pandemic and the fact that you weren't probably going to be playing high school football last fall factor into you coming early? And yeah, just what kind of gave you the confidence to make that jump?
Gave me confidence was my parents, my mom, my dad. They just gave me that motivation that you can do it. It's the same thing you've been doing since you was little. Go out there and play football, then you're only gonna learn it, and I'm only gonna get better. Pick UNC because I feel like this unit as a secondary can go skyrocket. We can really have that chance to be DBU, especially working with our receivers that we got on the offense to help us in the secondary.
Okay, Andrew Jones.
Hey, Tony, I have a two-part question for you. The first one is, at what point after you arrived in Chapel Hill did you feel like, okay, I think I can definitely handle this? And the other part of the question is, how big was the Wake Forest game when you got put in the second half? Wake was having a lot of success. There were some changes made. You went in at corner. He played the last 29 snaps, and it kind of changed everything, not just for the defense, but also for you personally. You were entrenched in that spot after that.
When I knew I could hang with the big dogs and when I knew I could play, I want to say about 4 weeks into our season. So when 4 weeks into our season, I felt like, okay, I got my groove back. I can hang with this big boy, so like I can play. But the Wake Forest game, man, coach said come in the second half, and when my first thought in my head was like, we're here now, we got to play. So whatever you do, there's the eyes in the sky, so you got to perform. So I got in, I want to say the second play, I got my first pass breakup, and then I just felt myself like, oh yeah, it's time to play. Like, I'm good, like I can do this. Like if I get beat, okay, I get beat, but I can do this. I can play ball.
Well, thank you, appreciate that.
Okay, Scott Cash, go ahead.
Hey, Tony, Scott Cash back, WVEC in Norfolk, back home. Just wondering, since you were such a highly prized recruit, you talked about having to perform when you got in there. How much pressure do you feel to maybe live up to expectations or just perform, period?
Pressure, not a lot of pressure, because I know when you come to college, all that 5-star and all that other stuff is going, all that highly recruited stuff is going. You coming in here and you starting over from day one, get your work in, get right, get active. So, I mean, it wasn't as, like, I knew what I was getting myself into. Like, I knew I was coming in here and it wasn't going to be no, oh, well, you got to live up to this. Like, they knew I had to, get built, get some muscle on, get my mind right,
The transition for any college person, it can be a challenge from high school to college. But when you throw in, being a D1 athlete, how do you do it all?
You just gotta have a mindset for it, because some people don't have the mindset. Like some people come in and they'll get thrown in the fire, and the playbook's coming this way, schoolwork, all that stuff, and they get just overwhelmed and they just fall apart. Me, I'm kind of like structured. So when everything was coming at me, like I was taking it, like I wasn't back down. So, but yeah.
Okay, we got time for two more. For Tony, Greg Barnes, go ahead.
Hey, Tony, you referenced, coming in right before camp, and it seems like you didn't really have a time to kind of catch your breath and slowly work into things. Once the season ended, you've had 2 months now. Now you're going into spring practice. Were you able to kind of to just take a step back and really focus on what you need to do technically and physically to kind of get ready for this upcoming season? And beyond that, kind of what are your expectations and goals for this spring practice period?
The off season was very great for me. It helped me put on some size. It helped me get more in the film room. Just helped me get more confidence about training. Coming in here with the teammates, building our relationship even more trustworthy on the defense. And my expectations for this season is to be the best corner I could be. Just try to be the #1 corner that everyone talks about. ESPN, Sports Center, just try to be that dude that everyone talks about. So that's my expectations. I'm coming in high. I'm trying to be the best DB in the country.
Thank you.
Chapel Fowler, go ahead.
Yeah, Tony, with you originally being a class of 2021 recruit, what was it like to kind of see those guys finally, once they early enrolled, and be able to play alongside them, hang out with them so far this year?
I was hyped because as soon as I got here, all I did was text a group chat. Man, I can't wait for y'all boys to get here, man. I miss y'all, man. I need to hurry up, man. It's almost that time. Then I'd be like, oh yeah, you got a week left, a couple more days. Then next thing you know, I say, see you tomorrow. And they here, and my face and my smile, like it's just lit up. My boys here, so we got to rock and roll.
Thanks.
All right, last one for Tony. Megan Plain, go ahead.
Hey Tony, how's it going? I just wanted to ask you, that DB group, there's a lot of you 757 guys there. So, have you gravitated towards bonding with a lot of those guys since you got there, being that they're from your hometown? I guess, what's it like among you 757 guys?
Among 757 guys, we're a tight group, and I feel like everyone want to be from the crib. I mean, VA is already, where it's big at, so everybody want to be from the crib. But I vibe with everybody. Like as soon as I got here, like it wasn't just VA or 75, like it was everybody, because everybody welcomed me in, and then I just got to know everybody. Then we cool, we tight.
All right, thanks, Tony. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate y'all.